This is the Syracuse Landmark Preservation Board meeting of August the 28th, 2025. Present at today's meeting are
Howard Trish.
Nicole Fragnito.
Robert Searing.
Jeff Romano,
Hillary Donahue.
Amber Dillon.
And Kate Auetter.
May I have a motion to accept the minutes of August the 7th?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Do I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Second to Bob. Any changes, any modifications in the minutes? Hearing none, seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are adopted. Thank you very much. Public hearing. Excuse me. The board will now conduct the public hearings on today's agenda. First, the applicant or the applicant's representative will be invited to describe the proposed scope of work and to present any material documentation regarding the proposal to the board. Next, persons wishing to speak in favor of the proposal will be allowed to address the board. Then, persons in opposition to the proposal will be allowed to address the board. Finally, the applicant or the representative will be given the opportunity to make closing comments to the board. Following public comment, the board may vote to approve with conditions, or deny the application as heard. The board may also decide to hold this decision to the next public hearing. If the hearing is closed, no additional information will be allowed into the record except for the information that the board may request. That information will be available for public review with board staff. Kate, would you please introduce the first application?
The first application is CA-25-22. It's a certificate of appropriateness for 1305 James Street. This is an exterior painting project, a new color scheme. And the property is in the Sedgwick Highland James Preservation District. Come on up. Right.
Good
Hi.
morning. May I have you introduce yourself with your address for the record, please?
I'm Sarah Wolf.
I'm Joshua Mayfield. We live at 1305 James Street.
Thank you very much. Please give us a description of what you're looking to do.
We're looking to paint our house.
All right. So, any repair work, is it just paint in kind, or can you give us a little?
Primarily paint in kind. There is going to be some patching of obvious flaws done.
Okay, so power washing, cleaning, repairing any damaged areas, wood for wood.
Yes.
Right, we're not introducing any new materials onto the historic property. Okay.
And as I understand it, the trim and the door are all staying the same color. It's the house body paint color that's changing. Is that correct? Yeah. To go to this green. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Well, we were going to paint it. It is currently painted, the stucco part. So we were just going to paint it a similar color.
Okay. Will you be doing any cleaning of the brick, or of the stone exterior at all, or?
Yes, they're going to power wash the whole house, I think. So
Okay, and we have spec on low pressure power washing,
can
it's not to
provide that.
damage,
Yep.
That would be probably a good idea to.
Yep.
I guess it'll be like a low.
Low pressure.
Yeah,
Low
okay,
pressure wash.
okay, yeah, we don't want to blow out all the mortar joints on that.
Probably not.
Okay, any other board comments?
It's a great house.
Let's see, public hearing, so I'll open it to see if there's anybody here to speak in favor of this proposal. Okay, let the record show there's no one here to speak in favor. Are there anyone here to speak against this proposal? Again, let the record show that there's no one here to speak against. Okay, so public hearing closed. Any discussion on the board side to any other additional comments, questions, concerns? No? Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Any changes, modifications? All in favor of the motion to approve as submitted?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
All right.
Beautiful house, get it done, looks great. Can't wait to see it done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Have a great day. All right.
All right, oh, it's my turn, right,
I
yeah,
was
okay.
just going to say, go ahead, Kate.
So the next application is CA-25-23. It's a certificate of appropriateness for 929 Comstock Ave. Again, another exterior painting project, new paint scheme. The property is located in the Berkeley Park Preservation District.
Morning, I'm Johanna Keller. I live at 929 Comstock.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you give us a description of your project?
Yes, we're repainting the house where it's currently tan. It will turn gray. Where the doors and some little trim is blue will turn black. And where it's currently cream, it will turn white as the color chips that we gave you. Yeah.
Yeah, we have those in our packet. Okay. Public hearing, correct?
Yes.
Yep, okay. Anyone here to speak in favor of the proposal? Seeing none. Anyone here to speak against the proposal? None as well, okay. Board, let's see, so let's close the public comment for this project. Board, any comments or questions to proceed with? Clarifications? Okay. Do we have a motion on the table to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second. Any comments, questions, or modifications on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
Have a great time.
thanks for your
Beautiful.
service on the council. Appreciate it.
Thank you, appreciate that. Beautiful house.
All right, and it's my turn again. All right.
Kick it back to you, Kate.
So this is CA-25-24, a certificate of appropriateness for 264 Brattle Road. This is a front stoop and steps rebuild at 264 Brattle Road, and it's in the Sedgwick Highland James Preservation District.
Good morning. I'm John Steigerwald from 264 Brattle Road, and the front steps, the landing, it's been repaired several times over the years, so I think at this point it just makes sense to rebuild them. And while I'm doing that, I just kind of want to restore the original shape of the stairs with the stairs set into the landing, and then I'll just use brick as closely matched to the exterior of the house as possible. I'm hoping maybe there might be some remnants of the original brick under there, and I'll kind of work with that and the pattern of that brick as well.
Okay. Any clarifications from the board?
John, is this a ward?
Huber, Paul
Okay,
Huber.
all right.
Yep.
Yeah, to Huber.
Yep.
It's fabulous.
Do you go to the blueprints to?
Yeah, so there's, I'm sorry, the original blueprints that were submitted with the application.
From the OHA, so thank you, Bob.
You're very welcome. We aim to please.
Okay, there you go. So there's your patio. So comments, questions from the board? So we're just you're looking to rebuild the footprint as it was? So you'll have the stairs will no longer be full width. It'll be shortened with those little plinths on
Yep.
on the edges there? And then the brick, you're hoping to find some or match as close as possible, you said?
Yeah, for the base, and then the surface of the landing would be primarily limestone. There is a remnant of the original brick ribbon in front of the front door, so I plan to keep that still.
So that'll be maintained. Okay. Any other clarifications from the board? Okay, so anybody here in the audience here to speak in favor of the proposal? No? Anyone here to speak against the proposal? Okay. No, so we'll close the public comment. Board, any discussion items on this that we have before moving forward? Dimensionally, we're going to maintain that 3'6" depth, I think is what's on there. It's a little
Yeah,
tough to read some of this.
which is pretty much what it is, the current stairs are now.
Right, okay, and we don't need to introduce any handrails?
I'm sorry?
Do we need to introduce handrails?
I don't believe so, yeah.
We're less than 18 inches? Is that 30? It's 30 for him? Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to understand a fuller picture if there was any new introductions other than, that might sneak in if, it's not our purview, but it's always good to understand what all the components are that make up the required
Yeah.
modern code of today. So, so we have limestone tread, limestone patio, decking. Looks good. Do I have a motion on the table to approve as submitted?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second? Second. Howard, second? Okay. Any questions, clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Great. Thank you.
Great project, beautiful house. I'll take a walk by. Yeah.
All right, so the last of the public hearings today is a solar panel installation at 108 Dorset Road. This is application CA-2525, certificate of appropriateness, and the property is in the Berkeley Park Preservation District.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm David Larson. I live at 108 Dorset Road. We'd like to install solar panels on the roof of the house on the back, not visible to the street. 23 solar panels. They're flat with the roof or flush with the roof. Well, they're like on rails, so
Oh, rails, yeah.
2 or 3 inches above the roof, but
And am I correct that you just received approval for the tax credits for this
just
project?
received approval from the tax credits, so that's set, and then just want to do the installation around November.
Right. Any clarifications from the board during this public hearing?
It's a black roof.
Any other clarifications during this public comment period? Cut and dry, okay. Is there anybody here in the audience to speak in favor of this proposal? None? Anyone in the audience here to speak in opposition to this proposal? Seeing, hearing none, okay. Move to close this public hearing. Board, any discussion on changes, modifications to the house in this proposal? Again, this looks pretty clean. It's all on the back side of the house, nothing from the street. It's a slimline product, so even the backyard neighbor looking up shouldn't see too much of an intrusion. Obviously, you see the glass panel, but it's not elevating the roof height at all. So I like that component. It's a rail system, so it's bolted and then lifted.
That's what I understand from the manufacturer, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then I see you're avoiding, was that a chimney or a plumbing stack or something?
Yeah, it's a plumbing vent that we have to avoid.
Okay.
Beware of avalanches off the back.
I'm sorry?
Beware of avalanches off the back during
Yeah.
winter. Yeah.
Looks like they have a secondary roof to
They
catch
do,
that.
actually. I just saw that. Yeah. So it should be all right. Should catch it.
Yeah, okay. Any other comments or questions from the board? If not, I'd like to hear a motion. Yep, sure.
It's, I think, Nicholas Solar Energy Solutions, Nichols Energy Solutions. Yeah, so they're familiar with historic district requirements. They'll partner with an electrician. We've used Jim Stignata before, who's in the city. They're a unit that's, most of their installations are outside of Syracuse in the suburbs, but they partner with an electrician in the city for these installations.
Any additional interface that'll be installed on the building?
Yeah, so they'll put a next to our electric panel in the basement. They'll put another panel, and that's just kind of the meter that you can look at the usage and the electric generation.
Right, so that cabling that comes off of the solar panel array that comes down the side of the house and then into the basement?
I
or
believe it gets
is
routed through
on
the house.
through the house.
They're looking at inside the attic. So they were over at our house the other day looking at our attic access. So it comes down through there, and then they feed it through the walls down to the basement.
Okay, so it's all interior application.
From what I understand, yeah.
Okay.
Is this feeding back into the grid, or do you have a battery?
Yeah, so it feeds back into the grid. Are you familiar with the net metering policy with New York State? So we're staying on that, and hopefully it'll be good.
There's no more questions or comments. Is there a motion? To
Approve? And public comment?
as submitted?
As submitted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman.
Co-chair. Do we have a second on that, please?
I'll second.
Hillary got that
Hillary
one?
got it in front. Okay.
All right. All right. Any questions or modifications to the motion? No? Hearing none? Motion, can we get a vote to approve?
Motion to approve?
A vote here? Aye. Against? All right, motion approved.
All right, thank you very much.
Great project. Beautiful house, thank you very much. Kate, what's
Okay,
next?
so next, we have neither old business nor new business any new business to attend to, but we do have a discussion. We have a group here from Nelson Associates, is it? Nelson Associates. That's right, yeah. To discuss a pretty major project at the Niagara Mohawk building, also the National Grid building. So there's a spandrel panel replacement project that is in the works, and we have a full-on presentation they're going to provide us. So Amber and I did meet with them, last month, I think it was last month or earlier in the summer, to discuss the project too, and invited them to come and give the presentation to the board. So
Fantastic.
take it
So
away.
this is,
Yeah.
this is just discussion, correct?
This is just discussion.
Okay,
That's
great.
right. Yep, discussion and comment. Yep.
Great, thank you. Welcome.
Hey, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're very excited about this project. This is a very important building, we know, to all of Syracuse. It's very important to our client, National Grid. Introduce myself, I'm Peter Nelson, and I have Andy Morgan, who's the project architect, and Justine Kamer, who is project designer and producer of a lot of the work associated with this. This project is driven really by a safety issue that's created by some of the panels on the building decomposing and falling off. So that National Grid is really required because of the safety issue, but they also want to do it right. So we're working very closely with National Grid, and we want to work very closely with you to make sure that everybody's okay with the approach and so on. What we can do is maybe you can get into some of the details.
My name is Andy Morgan, as Pete said. So I think if Justine first shows the south elevation, the main facade on the photographs, everyone's familiar with this. We do have some photographs of some of the panels that are close up. Basically, on each of the four main elevations, there's a series of different panels, some with chevron, some rectilinear. We've taken photographs digitally and had drones fly the site to get the exact dimensions of the profiles, the reliefs on there. And as Pete had mentioned, you could see what we're calling this is the spandrel panels between the floors, if you will, the sill of the window above and the head of the window below. They've been patched over the years, over the past 100 and some odd years. Unknown people have patched them, and you could see some have failed over that. But I guess if you were sitting out in the elements for 100 years, you'd be kind of failing too. So nothing we don't see. The other thing is these panels we realized were installed when the building was built. So they're toothed into the masonry. So the situation we're up against is somehow take those panels out and place new panels in. Right now, we know they're masonry, and we'd like to replace them with masonry in kind. So they'll be manufactured to match that. The differences are going to have a minimum thickness. We're not sure what that is yet, but it's going to be probably minimum of some of the depths in there are 2.5, 3 inches. The relief. The relief, yeah.
It'll be in line in the same plane as where the existing panels are. This piece behind the panel will have a little extra, and that could be
And what we found, and there's 2 panels that were removed. So we have the restoration masons who had worked on a building, we'll call it a building before. We have photographs of that. And behind it, you see piping and backup clay tile and masonry and whatnot. So we're trying to do this all from the exterior rather than go on the inside and mar up some of the interior finishes. And then we thought we'd try to take advantage while they're out to waterproof the backside of that. Our goal is to do as minimal interruption to the stainless steel panels that are on the side left and right. We found brick that matches this beigey tan colored brick now, so we can patch that in. That won't be on the face of it. It'll be around the corner where we have to tooth in this masonry. And Justine, how many panels did we say we're thinking of replacing? About 100 panels.
100 panels.
And a full-size panel might weigh 1,200 pounds. So it's an event, you know.
What are they made out of right now? What are the originals?
Well, masonry, but we don't know exactly. Cast masonry. So we're gonna do fiberglass reinforced cast. Yeah.
This was a result of, back in the 70s and 80s, there was a big trend to seal the cement, for the concrete or masonry, put sealer on it. And it turned out that it trapped in the
Moisture. It spalls everything off.
So what we're doing is making sure that the materials we're using now don't have that same issue.
Yeah, my question was going to be, is this intrusion from the water, or this is just bad practice of sealing this product and it's...
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe 40 years ago it's one, and 60 years ago it was another.
Yeah,
but
and you mentioned doing the waterproofing as well, so...
that would be on the...
That's the interior...
interior surface, but we also, part of the panels, we have to get the right look and color. So most of the time when you cast these panels, they're kind of a gray, because the aggregate they use is darker. So we're looking into sealants that are breathable, that we put on, and then down the road, if they need to recoat it, rather than just going to Purcell's and getting some paint like was done in the past, there's going to be a restoration schedule to do that if needed. Yeah. And the difficult thing, I don't mean to interrupt you, the difficult thing is to try to find a way to set these in, because when they're building the building, the coursing came up, they put the panels on, so now we have to take them out, find a way to get them in there, maybe put some structural supports, definitely structural supports to hold this, and then make it so that in the future, we don't have to destroy them to get them out in case we need something. So it's a bit of a challenge we have. And we'd like to do the one panel, each one. We may end up with a panel and a sill, so that in the future, windows will probably have to be replaced. We don't want to tie anybody's hands with what we do today for the future, because those are not the original windows. Those are probably 30 years old, and who knows when new ones will need to be done. All stainless. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You had that question.
I noticed all the blocks there.
Yes.
Are a little different.
Yes. I think there's 4 different profiles.
So you're going to match all of them?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. And there's, let me interrupt you 1 second. Do we have that picture? There's one I know you're not going to like. It's just black brick. So those are fine. It's funny. Yeah, see, on the backside. I guess that's how they cut cost way up top. So we weren't so crazy enough to come in here and say, let's do black brick. And yeah. But there are some, so we want to let everybody know that that does exist on some of the panels.
So you're just from a step standpoint.
Yep.
You're gonna eliminate, take all that out. Right?
Yes.
Just remove, dig all that out.
Yep.
You can have a mold that you can just put in, or are you gonna create it while
No,
it's right there?
the panels will be manufactured before. They'll be on site, the size we need. They'll be oversized, so imagine the opening, and when you take it out, there's a cavity on the side, cavity on the back. So we have to find a way to get the panel heavy, get it in there, attach it, secure it, re-brick around it, caulk it, seal it, and probably the first coat of finish will be on from the factory, and then the last coat will be on the field.
What's your estimate as to how long that's going to take? I look forward to walking by and watching.
Probably 2.5 years or so.
Wow,
They'll
okay.
probably do, they'll do a facade at a time. You know, you have to scaffold the whole place. There'll be cranes and everything else. It'll be an event.
It's a major project.
Yeah. And once
Any work with the lintels below or the sills above? All that remains as is?
Well-
Any new lintels to support this, or?
No, we think the lintels are fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you see a stone sill on the one on the left.
Yep.
But everything else, the sill is part of the panel.
Okay.
We're thinking of having, see the horizontal, where the hands are going back and forth. That horizontal part, we may do the panel from that point down one, and then the sill will go in because we'd like to introduce a drip, because we think some of that's coming down and, capillary action is bringing it back into the panel. And that can be moved, inspected, and then it'll work well when we have to do something with the windows later on.
And that would be the same material,
Oh, absolutely.
the sill?
Yep. And we picked that because we thought that would be an elevation and a joint that would be undetectable, basically. And we only do that because how else are we going to get these in? Otherwise you have to make the panel so loose that it just not wiggles around, but you need that 8-foot caulking gun to fill it up. We don't want to do that. Sure. Let's do a couple close-ups of the panel so you see what they look like.
Now, is this the north side, or is this?
The north side
This-
has the majority of the
Chevron,
Yeah.
we're calling these the chevron.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, the street-facing side, right, the main.
Yeah. Okay.
That's south, Main is
Yeah.
south.
Okay. That's this. Okay. I thought this was parking lot side. Okay.
No, parking lot is north.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, some of them are pretty plain, the horizontals. But they all have their own form of deterioration. None of them are exempt from that.
And they've actually had pieces falling out onto the sidewalk. That's where this issue is concerned.
See any other ones? Those are the three.
Are you
main-
looking at
only
100
three.
panels in total
There are three
at this time?
profiles, but different sizes of each one.
Right, but 100 in total. Approximately 100. Yeah.
And then they may change by 6-8 inches,
within-
depending on the width. Yeah.
Half a foot or something. Yeah. And there's got to be a system to it on how it was designed.
Yep. And you'd be surprised, years ago, when, not so much in this building, but oftentimes they'd have catalogs with some of the architectural details, and then it was up to the workmen to kind of piece them all together. The architects would show about where it is and kind of blend them all in. But this was a little different. They made them, and sometimes the masonry might be off by 3/4 of an inch, and they kind of made it work going up there.
Will you be documenting your work as you go, for documenting
Oh, yeah, we
the
have.
work as
Yep.
you go? Because I would think that would be valuable
Yep.
for
We're
people coming next.
We're
Yeah.
talking about initially taking some of the panels out and doing a mock-up of the installation, and maybe in wood, just to see how that whole thing works together, because we want to get the mason masonry contractor involved and know how this is all going to be. So there may be a little experimentation on the panel size and how we're going to get that all together. You have to go up there and voop. Is it up at the top that? Next one over, yeah, that one.
You're the architect.
Well, it sounds like they've have a good plan, you know?
Does this impact any of the lighting or any of the stainless steel decoration in between those? That's
Not the light.
nothing's encumbered by
no,
that?
just where the panel comes into the stainless steel fins, if you will, we'll have to deal with that. But that's about it.
And you've got a detail for that, or you've got that figured out?
Well,
For the most
we're
part.
getting there. Yeah, yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not an 8-foot caulking joint, though.
No,
right?
no.
Our plan is not to interrupt any of the metal panels.
Understood.
We are not gonna
Okay.
touch them, right?
Yes.
I don't think there's any need, we don't see at this time the need to do anything with the panels. And then it'll be a caulk, some sort of caulk joint between the metal panel.
Yeah, okay. I'm just looking at all the variation within the facade.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Right, and so there's,
We're
there's just more than just brick that we're going to
Yeah.
tooth into.
We're fortunate because the brick that we found the brick that we could tooth into, and that's going to be the key to helping us work this.
It looks like you got the original drawings as well?
Oh, yeah. And anything else we need to, any other questions somebody have? Want to make sure you're in agreement that we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, everything you're presenting, everything you're saying, all in.
Speaking our language.
Yeah, right. We're all on the same line here of language and understanding, so.
And currently, just so you know, we have some samples of the material we're going to use. The problem is, when they make a sample, it's like 30 days, they make a sample for us, and then we're trying to get the coating set. So when we have more of those, we'll be happy to share that with you. Currently, the National Grid is coming up with a display board they're putting in the lobby, showing all the different things they're doing, and there'll be like a 6x6 sample of that on that board. That's probably going to get to the public before we get to see it.
Yeah, I mean, if anything like that, if you could let Kate know and say, heads up, there's a panel on display, they can
Yeah,
come
yeah.
take a closer
And then
look.
we can
visit.
Perfect.
They can go and visit, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only that thick, you know.
Right.
Will there be a way to maybe display one or two of the old panels somewhere?
Well, it depends on how easily they come out.
Okay, if they fall apart.
I mean,
or
right
they're
now, they're
jacked.
coming out in pieces.
Okay.
Because they've been repaired.
Yeah.
There's no way to get them.
I see you saying like,
But maybe
save a
portion-
couple of them.
It
Yeah.
would just be cool to see the front and back, you know, to get a look at it.
Yeah, right now it's in small pieces. You'd have a bag full.
Lay it out on a pallet.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Comment in the positive here. I mean, it sounds like you're taking all the correct steps and keeping us engaged, which we greatly appreciate.
Yeah.
So,
I just want to add, Andy and I have been, we're vested in this building. We've been involved in this building directly and indirectly over the past 3 decades.
Yeah.
So we're very familiar with the details, and we've had to. We've done a lot of work. Our firm just finished the new lighting project last year. We did all the LED lights.
great.
This is a challenge, but we're going to make sure that it's done right, you know. And certainly we appreciate your input.
And National Grid is supporting us doing that. They understand how important it is, and they're insisting that we pick the right material and, do the right
Excellent.
things here.
Yeah.
So that's
Great.
good to hear.
It's good to have that support from top. So.
Yeah. Well, nobody's got the final price tag yet, so let's, but.
Do you have any update on the doors, the entry doors that were damaged in the car accident?
Just gonna ask that one.
We just received a sample for submittal from after college. Hands on it yet because it's still at National Grid. We're going to pick it up this afternoon.
That's great news, too. I mean, I think
That's
that was,
awesome.
that'll be a huge win if we can get those doors back in
Looks like
in
it's
a
going
good
that way.
fashion. Yeah. Okay.
Any
Wonderful.
other questions from anyone?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you
And
so
we'll
much.
keep coordinating with Kate
Yeah,
on all these things.
absolutely.
And
Yes, please.
all right, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I know, really.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on anything else on the agenda?
I just have one other thing. This is a project actually that's going to be coming up at the next meeting, and I was just wanted to get. Oh, thanks. Oh, this is true. This is all yours. The folder too. Okay, good. This is a property on Dorset, and they're looking to redo access and patio.
Where's Dorset?
We're off of Berkeley. Okay. Berkeley Park. I've never been there. It's a one block road. Nice little street.
The existing
Just like the last one here. Configuration.
to find out if that's actually the design.
Oh, okay.
Inspiration.
That's the inspiration, yeah. And then they're going to material. The recommendations are to use natural materials, but the board has approved these types of materials for other, some other projects. This would
Within
not.
this district as well.
Within this district, not in the front of a house. In, that it has happened actually up on Windsor in the back, back of the house.
This is in the back, right?
That is along the back.
What was it Windsor with the retaining wall and they widened the driveway with the sidewalk?
Yes, that is the one.
That's the one?
That's the
So
one.
that material was in the front
Actually,
yard?
you're right, that is, and I was thinking they replaced their front walk though with brick.
Brick.
Rather than concrete. I
Right.
remember that, yeah.
We kept the concrete driveway,
Concrete driveway.
brick sidewalk, but
But
then
they did have
had
a retaining wall
a
made of this
retaining wall that
material-
was
of this type
faced
of
with.
material. Yeah.
So it does exist. What was that 105 or something like?
Was it really old garage that
it's
was
on
all
the-
wet?
It's on the
No,
west.
it's
It's on the west side of the
Yes.
Windsor. Yeah.
It was a driveway that you had to go around and into. They're having trouble getting into their garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up on the hill.
So we have that
So,
component.
yeah, and I do know that we need more detail on the steps themselves. Because, and actually Hillary, maybe you can help in terms of, I mean, will they need a railing?
30 inches
So 30.
above grade, so.
So if it's 30 inches above grade, they will need a railing.
Yeah. And that doesn't look 30 inches.
Yeah, they could probably.
Yeah, they're like 18, maybe
So we
20.
just need more detail on the actual design of the
Yeah.
steps.
Dimensions, something that's a little more square that represents the house. Do they have a survey with this? 'Cause
They do
part
have a
of-
survey,
okay.
but it's not included in what I provided you.
Yep. Well, part of every submission is you submit your survey.
So I'm
just-
sorry, did I just hear you, Jeff, say you would like, because I believe they're looking here at rounded?
Well, I'm just like, the house is shown as rounded too, so I'm just like
And-
showing what's,
And, yeah, they show rounded the stairs.
yeah, I understand the curvilinear walkway.
I just want to make sure that I make that, I
Right,
get
but
a
like,
clarification
You know,
on
let's
the
make
actual
sure
design.
stuff is square and true.
Square and true, yes.
It's great that they have the curvilinear walkway, per their design, per their liking. But just showing what's right is, what exists is correct, I think.
Yes.
And then they can add on what their design is.
They're also putting an awning there too over the entrance in the back.
They said that would be a later,
Yeah.
they're actually talking about future of putting in like a little, not gazebo. what's it
Pergola?
called? Oh, yeah, pergola, the pergola and that
Over the
awning
patio.
are down the road. They were just interested in getting, the steps are a little wonky and they want to get that fixed before the winter comes.
Any other comments or feedback to get back to
Otherwise,
Kate?
okay.
If they could tell us what the awning is, if it's just a fabric retractable one,
That'll be next, that'll be the,
but we could approve, you know.
That's
if-
true.
If they
That's
want to
true.
submit
Yep.
that information, we could approve it, and then they don't have to come back
Yep.
in 2 years or a
It
year.
says copper, but I'm not sure exactly how that would be
The
a
picture that-
retractable, but
Is that copper?
it
They-
says copper awning,
Yeah, okay, I guess that does say copper.
did I?
so they must be building.
So maybe
Something
they're
to put
meaning
over
like
the
a metal awning.
Or they're building a wooden,
Or are they building an
you know,
actual
like,
structure with a
typically
top?
they, you know, those copper, you know, where they're at a,
Yeah, yeah.
like an oval.
Yeah, they have
not a
convex or
flat
concave
roof.
shape, yeah.
As part of the more complete application, they did have images of the awning as well as the pergola. So I can include those, and then perhaps there can be
Yeah,
you can make your comment about those then, and
okay, I
maybe
would just
approve
ask to
it.
have it all submitted together, even if
Yep.
they don't plan on doing it.
Yeah.
That'd
Yep.
be the cleanest,
Make it easier.
simplest way.
Yep, absolutely,
They can have to
absolutely.
keep coming back.
Right.
Yep.
One-stop shopping.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's all I needed.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn?
Oh, yeah.
All motion to adjourn?
Second, Howard? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, great job, everybody. Thank you very much.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Boy, that was.
Lickety split today.